How y'all doing today? Get excited. I apologize for the lateness. Hey guys, how y'all feeling? Well, I'm pumped up and excited today about our topic. Welcome to Healing 101. I want you guys to know that this is a platform where we all come together to heal live. And it's so exciting to be able to discover yourself, to live your best life, to upgrade yourself, to go to the next level. So, as we here at Healing 101 learn how to overcome technical difficulties, we still have amazing banging content, so we're going to keep it moving. So welcome everyone. My name is DrMonifa Jones. I'm a transformational life coach. I'm available for one-on-one services. In addition to that, previous college professor, run outpatient mental health services, programs, and clinics for over 25 years. I've helped thousands of clients through family counseling, individual counseling. I also love working with children. I also want you guys to know that my claim to fame is that I'm a wife, a daughter, a sister, a mother, and today I am your friend. So welcome to Healing 101. Hey mom, we had some technical difficulties, so let's get right into it. So this week we are talking about the keys to self-love. And today we are actually doing part 2 of Do You Know Who You Are? So before we get into the keys to self-love, I want to tell you guys that when I started this journey of self-love, I didn't know that I didn't love myself. I just kind of didn't understand that concept. So I really hope that I'm driving it home to you guys for you to understand the importance of needing to love yourself. When I met my amazing husband, he told me you need to love yourself. And I could not comprehend what he was saying. So I said, let me talk to them a little bit today before I get into my topic, because maybe, just maybe, they were just like I was, not really understanding what he was talking about. So he basically said, babe, you need to love yourself. You need to value yourself. You can't wait for your son to respect you for you to respect you. And so I really didn't get it, honestly, Mom. I didn't get it. And I said, I love myself. What do you mean I don't love myself? I love myself. And he says, babe, I just want you, I'm a seek spirit for you. I'm going to light some candles. He's like, I want you to kind of go within like you always talking about and just, you know, ask God, ask spirit, you know, do you love yourself? And when I went on my journey, I found out that I didn't. And let me tell you how I know I didn't. I want you to listen to all the topics today. I'm really just talking to you about me. So when I say that we are healing live together, I am currently, right now, at 53 years old, on my healing journey, beginning my healing journey, right? I'm a year in, so that's exciting, right? But I've grown leaps and bounds. I am growing through what I am going through, and some of the things that I thought came to destroy me. You know, imagine a woman, say there's this woman who's running a clinic, right? And she absolutely loves all the children all over the world. Everybody wants her to be their child's godmother. Everybody wants her to be with the kids. She just got that kitty vibe. Everybody, all the kids love her. And she had all boys, and then she had her first grandbaby, and it was a girl, and she just never really got to play with her. Imagine, hey son, hey Corday, imagine that you keep having experiences over and over and over again. It's like, why are you looking outside of yourself for validation, for love, for respect? All of these experiences are going to keep coming until you learn to love yourself. Because the moment you need somebody else to love you, validate you, and respect you, Mama Ruby, guess what? You have given them the power and the keys to your happiness. You don't allow other people to hold the keys to your happiness. Because Mama Ruby, when they leave my house, they took my happiness with them. No, give me my keys back. Don't leave my house with my keys. My house is for me. You can't come in here whenever you want to. But some of us give away our keys to happiness to people. And they take it and give it, manipulate, control as they desire to do. So let's get into it, guys. I want you guys to know that for the keys to self-love, when I told you, I didn't know what it meant because I prided myself on being a mother until when you lose sons and you bury your children, and then say, you know, you may have children that don't correspond, don't respect, whatever, you start to lose your value. When you put all of your life into being a mother, and you put all of your life into sacrificing for your children, and you put all your heart, mind, and soul, if I'm gonna save this whole community, I'm definitely gonna save mine, mama. And you are consumed with that. And people tell you, don't buy that range, don't do this, don't do that. Oh, that's my mom, I'm doing it. Then it backfires. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do once it backfires? What do you do? Guess what I did, Mama Ruby? I finally listened to my husband. And I had to kind of study, investigate, research. And I said, hey, I'm going to start this self-healing journey because there are a lot of things that have happened to me that I need to process. So I'm going to help you guys do the same. So get excited. So let's get into it. Now, first of all, understand what self-love is. So do your own research, look it up, study, pray, meditate, journal, and find out what self-love is. Because like I said, I was a whole psychologist, a whole counselor for over 30 years, and I didn't love myself. I'm just being honest with you guys. I had to learn that process. So number one, I want you to pursue self-love. We take notes here at the Love Tribe. We think 60,000 thoughts a day, right? We make 10,000 decisions a day. So the important stuff, we want to kind of segregate the important stuff and make sure we remember, right? Number one, pursue self-love. Pursue it. Just like you pursue that one that you love. You want to know all about them. You want to get to know them. You want to love them. You want to hang out with them. You want to go dinner with them. You want to be intimate with them. Be intimate with yourself. See, a lot of people don't understand that intimacy is into me, I see. Intimacy. Into me, I see, Tiara. Hey, beautiful. So listen, loving others, and this is where we have a challenge with when I ask you the question, do you know who you are? Because many of us, we love others without the requirement of loving ourselves, because we don't understand that we can only love others to the degree that we love ourselves. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because if I tell you to love yourself, if I tell you to go on a self-care, self-love, self-healing journey, niece, guess what? Some people going to tune me out. Some people going to be tone deaf, right? Because I'm not talking about a name brand car or bag, and they're going to get toned. Love myself, what are you talking about? Like I was for years. But if I tell you this, you might pay attention. You can never love another higher than you love yourself. Never. I'm telling you right now. I'm absolutely telling you facts. I'm telling you right now. It's a fact. Listen. Stop trying to love other people first. It's backwards, son. You can't love other people first. You have to love yourself first. That's the order. That's the only order. And until you figure it out, you're going to keep bumping your head, hitting brick walls. And life's examples and life lessons, they're going to keep coming to you, niece, over and over and over and over and over and over again till you say, I need to love myself. See, this is why you got hurt in that relationship. Let me tell you why you got hurt in that relationship. And let me tell you, because I know. If you don't love yourself, you need other people to love you, right? When you don't love yourself, you're very needy. You need other people to love you. And when they declare that they don't love you anymore, you fall apart. And let me tell you why you fall apart. You fall apart because they don't love you anymore. So now you don't have any love. But if you did it in the correct order, you loved yourself first, once they left, you still have your own love. Because now, see, you have no love. When you don't love yourself and you get into a relationship and somebody breaks up with you and then you like, oh Lord, you know the reason why you falling apart? Because you think you have lost your love. But when you love yourself first, do you know who you are? When you love yourself first, when they leave, you are still satisfied. You are still secure because you love yourself. If you don't love me and I love me, I'm still loved. Get excited about that. Listen, if you don't love me, I love this so much. I'm finally in love with myself, right? If you don't love me, but I love me, I still have love. But if you don't love me and I don't love me, then I fall apart because now I have no love. That's good, y'all. Do you know who you are? See, listen, the same measure you love yourself is the only measure you can love other people. So it is more important for you to understand that your partner loves themselves. And to the degree, Cheryl, that they love themselves. You know why? You need to know the degree to which they love themselves because they cannot love you greater than that. That's why you need to know who you are. That's why you need to meditate, pray, journal, get away, discover yourself. I'm going to give you the 3 keys to self-love today. And the number 1 is self-discovery. You need to discover yourself. That's going to be a whole week on its own. That's a whole topic to just develop on its own. You need to discover yourself, number 1, right? And then number 2, you need self-love. The keys to self-love, number 1, Tianve, thanks for coming back. I was having technical difficulty. Thank you. So the keys to self-love, number 1, is to discover yourself. The keys to self-love, number 2, all of this is in, finding out who we are, is to discover yourself, right? Key number 2 is, guess what? You need to know your source. You need to know your source, right? Listen, in order for you to develop a healthy self-worth and a healthy self-esteem, you need to know your worth. How do you know your worth? Because you know your source. Let me ask you a question. If you have a rock, and you cut that rock down, say, you're at Home Depot, you can, they have those big grinding machines, big construction workers. They can cut through rock, through brick, through concrete. So if you have a rock and you cut down a rock, what is it, Tianve? If I cut a rock in half, I have 2 pieces of what? I have 2 pieces of rock. If I cut it again, I have 4 pieces of rock. Why? Because I started with a rock. But listen, if I have a diamond, right, and I cut down the diamond in half, guess what? I have 2 pieces of diamond. So in order for you to discover your self-worth, you need to know where you come from. So you can know your own worth, so you can know your own source, because you can only be where you come from. So I want you guys to know that I am super duper excited. And let me tell you why I'm excited. Because when I went within, I felt Spirit speaking to me. Say, it's nothing you can do to earn my love. I don't care what you do. I don't care how great you speak. I don't care how great you clean. I don't care how great you work. Nothing you can do to deserve my love. There's also nothing you can do to make me stop loving you. When I discovered that, guys, it was over, baby. I don't care if nobody else loved me. God loved me and I love me. That's all I need. That's all I need, right? So when I discovered that, that means I come from God. Oh, like, don't let me get too excited. My gay lady move. Don't let me get too excited, but listen. If you take a rock and you cut a rock, you split it in half, you have 2 pieces of rock. But if you take a diamond and you split it in half, you have 2 pieces of diamond. That's where it came from. That's what it is. A diamond is not an orange. A rock is not a grapefruit. Once you find out the value of something, then you know how to treat it. But so many of us, like me in times past, so many of us, Adjusting My Crown, have been manipulated. So many of us have been threatened by others who try to control us. You know why? Because they know we don't love ourselves. So they toy their love in our face and say, if you give me money, I love you. You watch my kids, I love you. If you cook my food, I love you. If you give me sex, I love you. If you give me drugs, I love you. So many of us, we so judgmental. We talk about people who are prostitutes. How can they sell their body? Man, we corporate prostitutes. We sell ourselves to our jobs for less than what we worth. That's a whole nother story, right? But listen, my value is my source. Where do I come from? I come from God. Okay? God is all powerful. God is omniscient, all knowing. God is love, agape love. God is peace, El Shaddai. God is my provider. Come on now. So that means that I am prosperous in my health and my wealth. That means that I am always provided for. That means that I am powerful. That means that I walk in peace, love, and joy. Come on now. That's my source. I don't know your source. You got to figure that out. But that's my source. I'm so excited. Because if you take a rock and you break it, you get a rock. If you take a diamond and you break it, you get a diamond. But if you take God, I'm getting too excited. But let me tell you something. Listen, we don't retreat. We reload. Because, see, some of y'all been broken down. Because y'all don't love yourselves like I didn't. Some of y'all been beat to the ground. Because y'all don't love yourselves and people knew it. They try to control you. They try to manipulate you. They try to give it to you and take it from you and play with you, right? Because you see, the challenge is that we value those who love us more than we love ourselves. And we even value things even greater. That's why the fashion industry makes you sad and depressed. Because you broke, you depressed, you try to impress people that you don't know. I got to carry this big Louis Vuitton bag when I walk in the mall so people think I have money. I have to have these C's on my belt so people think I have money. I have to drive this Mercedes or this Bentley or this Rolls Royce so people know I'm paid. I got it. You don't even know these people. So you telling me you trying to impress people that you don't know or people who don't love you. I'm telling you right now. Anybody that's in your circle because you have a certain bag or a certain car, they're not for you. I'm telling you right now. If somebody is in your circle because of material things, they don't love the core of you, and they definitely don't love the core of them if they put material things higher than them. Do you know who you are? Because when you don't know who you are, you value trying to seek love from others, and you value trying to seek value from things. Why do you think that man-made materials like leather and steel and rubber that makes tires and bricks that makes houses and concrete is greater than you? Why do you think a big mansion or a big car or a special clothing item is greater than you? You don't love yourself. You need labels. You need status. You need things for people to love you. If I can't come and sit at your table because I don't have a certain label on my back, please don't invite me to your table. I'm grinding for my family. I'm a hustler for my legacy. I'm not a hustler for Louis Vuitton family. I'm not a hustler for the Bentley family. How am I not going to pay my mortgage and make sure the wealthy family is sustained to impress you who don't even love me? It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. And so people are grinding at jobs like prostitutes, corporate prostitutes, things that are below them, beneath them, because they don't know who they are. If they knew how powerful they would walk in the office and say, I need to be supervisor tomorrow making this amount of money or I'm out of here. Y'all scared. I know y'all scared. I was scared too. I walked in the hospital one day. I said, I can direct this place. And he actually gave it to me, and I had an instant increase overnight. It was crazy. I walked in there shaking, but I got it, baby. I was like, look, I'm the director. And he's like, okay. I was like, it was that easy? I didn't know that. Get excited. I promoted myself. Go promote yourself. Get excited, right? So listen, guys, if you knew who you were, you would walk into your job like you the boss, like I used to. I was practicing because I knew I would be boss one day, right? If you knew who you were, you would require people in your circle to love you, but you don't. You require them to pull on you. You require them to drain you. You allow them to do those things to you. We were talking about trigger this week. You allow them to trigger you because you don't know who you are. How important do you think self-discovery is? How important do you think self-discovery is? You need to spend 100% of your time getting to know yourself. Because if you cut an orange, you're going to get some orange pieces and orange juice. It's not a watermelon, seeds are not coming out of there. I'm telling you right now. If you cut a celery, an apple is not going to pop out. You're going to get more celery. So why do you think that you don't understand your source, where you come from? You cannot be less than greater than powerful. You cannot be less than greater than walking in prosperity. You cannot be less than greater than walking in perfect health. You cannot be less than greater than walking in perfect peace unless you make a decision to do so. So look, do you know who you are? Do you know how powerful you are? I told you, we don't retreat, we reload. So when people try to play with your feelings and take their love back, I want you to know you're not less. You're no lesser because they played with you. If you cut a rock, you get a rock. If you cut a diamond, you get a diamond. If I cut you, what am I going to get? What am I going to get? Do you know who you are? You know how many of us live beneath our own privilege? Because we just never took the time to discover ourselves. We never took the time to know our source, where we came from. If you cut a diamond, you're going to get more of a diamond. The diamond is not be like, oh my God, you cut me. Now I'm a turnip. Oh my God, you cut me now and I'm a lemon. The diamond doesn't do that, but we do that. We say, you don't love me anymore. I have low self-esteem. Nobody's going to love me. I must be ugly. I must be fat. I must be stupid. I can't believe you're cheating on me. You didn't change because the other person is not loyal. What? Do you know who you are? You're going to constantly get experiences in your life to keep showing you over and over and over again. Like me, you don't value yourself. You don't respect yourself. You don't love yourself. And then God will send an angel that he sent me in the form of my husband that said, look, Miss Psychologist, sit your butt down. You don't love yourself. I can tell by your actions. I can tell by your responses. I said, what do you mean? I was baffled. I didn't understand. Honestly, I didn't get it. He said, if you're moved, if somebody disrespect you, if you're moved, if somebody take love from you, if you are moved, if somebody takes a relationship from you, if you are moved, if somebody don't allow somebody to be in your life, then that means you are lacking something and you don't have the strength within yourself. Oh, I get it now. I need to love myself and not expect my son to love me. I need to respect myself, not expect my brother to respect me. I need to value myself and not expect my friends to value. Oh, I get it now. All of my life, I've had unrealistic expectations. I've been begging people to validate me. I've been begging people to love me. I've been begging people to approve of me. I've been just begging people to accept me. But guess what, Sister Alice Nichols? Let me tell you something. I love myself. Oh, I'm so excited. I like and I love me, and everybody like and love is extra. So if it comes, yay! And if it don't come, yay! Yes! Because I'm not lacking. I ain't looking for it no more. Because I love me. So guess what the keys to self-love is? Self-discovery, self-worth, and self-source. Where do you come from? Do you even know where you come from? How are you going to know who you are if you don't even know where you come from? So guys, I'm excited about today. I still, of course, have so much more to talk about. But see, so many times we're afraid to talk about the real stuff. We want to talk about, you know, very shallow things. What's going on in the world? What's the latest fashion? What's the latest shoe? What's the latest? I don't know. I ain't into none of that stuff, right? Y'all see, I dress the way I want to dress. This my fashion. This my style. If I feel like an African queen today, that's what I'm going to do. This thing slide. That's what I'm going to do. Because I love me. And I think it's cute. And I feel like goddessy in it. I feel like There with my sister Pam, I feel like a queen. So that's what I do sometimes. To just, you know, hype myself up, get excited. So remember, we don't retreat, we reload. So when someone takes it back from you, just give it to yourself more. Just pour it on more. So let's go into our quick meditation. We always say, if you don't have 5 minutes, you don't have a life. But you know, I'm feeling hyped this week because we're talking about self-love. We're talking about loving ourselves. We're talking about figuring out who we are. There's no greater commodity in life than to know yourself. There's no greater commodity in life than to know yourself, because everything in life stems from you knowing you, which is so exciting. So let's finish up. May God continue to shine his face upon you. And may God be gracious to you and grant you peace. I'm excited, y'all. Because see, we have to learn to forgive ourselves for believing that we should have done better when we didn't know how. We also have to believe others for the same. Because see, the challenge is we are greater than we give ourselves credit for. The challenge is that we are much more vast and knowledgeable and successful and excellent and just so amazing in so many miraculous ways. But we don't tap into it because we don't know who we are. So I want you to take the challenge to discover yourself. Find out what you like. Find out what you love. Just get all into yourself. And please don't make it anything outside of you. Because if you got to go to the mall to get it, baby, it ain't you. If you got to go to the store to get it, it's not the real thing. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. You need to know who you are. You need to know who you are. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Yeah, I'm asking you again. Do you know who you are? So guess what we're going to do today? We're going to be open and ready for things to start going our way. We're just going to be open and ready because we know it's our time, it's our season, it's our reason. We are ready for great things to happen because we are going within for the truth. I love each and every one of you. I will see you tomorrow, Monday through Friday, live at 5. Love you guys.